Hello, fellow landscape lighting enthusiasts. This is Sean with Lux Landscape Lighting. I'm going to talk about an issue you might find with your landscape lighting system where part of the lights just go out. Most of the lights are working, but maybe one whole strand of lights aren't working. So what are some of the causes that can make that problem happen? This is a transformer. This is where it all starts. So inside the transformer, you'll have multiple wires hooked up. So it's not like you have one wire running around turning on or controlling all of your lights. Typically, there's multiple wires. Those wires come back into this transformer. This particular transformer is a 600 watt transformer, and it has two circuits. And you can see these white switches here. Those are actually thermal breakers. They're like a fuse, so that if you have an issue with one of your lights or you have a cut wire, it'll trip the fuse and it'll shut down half of your transformer. So if part of your lights are working and part are not, the first thing I'd recommend you doing is find your transformer, open it up, and make sure both of those thermal breakers, they look like little on and off switches, are engaged. Make sure they're in the on position. Most of the time, it'll say on and off. This particular one does not, but you can just switch it back and forth. If you see one's in a different location than the other or different setting, just switch it and you can figure out whether or not that's the issue. Let me put this away. The next problem we often see happening is a bad wire splice. So the lights are wired together in series. So the wire comes into one light and it is connected to the lighting fixture with wire nuts. Then the wire goes out to the next light. So if one of these wire nuts were to go bad, if it was to short out, if it were to get loose, if it got water and corroded in it, that would create a bad connection, electrical connection. So all the lights from this connection from here downstream on the wire path would all be black. They would all go out. They would not be burning. So you might need to find the last lamp that is working and dig it up and see, make sure you got good wire connections. If they look good there, go to the next light or the first one that's out and check those wire connections as well. If that all looks good, the next thing that may have happened, if you've had any excavation in your yard, maybe you had your landscape beds edged or you had a new tree planted, it could be that they just cut a wire. And at that point, it helps to have some wire tracing equipment. We have all the equipment needed to trace those wires and find where they are cut. So you could call us and we could help you fix that issue. When we do installations, whenever we have a wire that's crossing a landscape bed, we take rigid conduit, this is electrical conduit, and we'll cut a piece of this roughly 24 inches long, and we feed the wire through this conduit, and then we bury this wire so that the bed edging, this pipe is like halfway through the middle of the bed edging. If you're edging it with a shovel, you hit the pipe and you don't cut the wire. So it's a simple thing to do. And if you ever have to repair a cut wire at a bed edge, I recommend putting a sleeve over it so that it doesn't happen a second time. Those are the major issues that would cause half of your lights to go out and the rest to still be functioning. If you ever need any help with that, please give us a call at Lux Landscape Lighting.